When you take steps that are in alignment with love, then doors open in unexpected ways, and you become more spontaneously drawn towards things that are fortuitous. And all these things that happen are moving you closer and closer to your dream life. But without you trying or working hard to get there, miracles happen, and miracles pave your way. What are the first tangible steps I can take today to start creating the life I truly want? Ah, that's such a good question. Well, a great starting point is to quiet your mind. It's not the intellect that's going to get you to create the life you truly want. That's often going to be the thing that keeps you from living the life you want, because it's going to give you all kinds of analytical ideas about yourself or about what you're not and what you need to get or what you need to do. And so instead, the starting point, quiet your mind and allow yourself to if possible, have at least a daily practice, if not multiple times through the day. Connect to your inner guidance. Really let yourself connect. This is the most important thing you can do, is quiet your mind and connect to inner guidance. This can be as simple as practicing stillness by going out in nature, or just laying in bed a few minutes before you open your eyes in the morning and just be still and connect. It can be meditation for a few minutes each day. It can be reading inspired texts. It can be spending time in nature. It can be just focusing on joy. Joy is a connecting experience. It's why kids like to play so much when they're young. They're still connected. They're driven by this beautiful inner being that's telling them it's about fun, it's about joy, it's about love. So they do things that they love. And unless we have well-meaning adults that step in and tell us that, we have to do this and do it right in order to be acceptable. But there's an important part of A Course in Miracles that it teaches a lesson in the workbook. I think it's lesson 49, that God's voice speaks to me all through the day. When you were a little kid and you had that best friend or that invisible friend that kind of got you to do all kinds of things, like they were creative in your room when you're alone. And I remember especially my younger daughter had ongoing conversations all the time with her invisible friend. And I never even let her know that I knew that, because I knew that she might stop. And I thought that was the most valuable thing. That was her speaking as a child to the divine's voice that speaks to us all through the day. That lesson says God's voice speaks to me all through the day. That means you already have access to the wisdom of the divine, to the direction you need. It's just a matter of listening. But the listening is not an intellectual listening or paying attention to what's outside. It's moving more deeply into our heart of hearts. It's moving more deeply into our core. It's a hear feel, is what I typically call it. It's a hear feel. It's a presence. It's your best friend. It's the voice of your own best interest. It's the divine. And when you're in that space where you're used to connecting to this, by nature of that, you start to have your best day and experiencing the life you truly want. Another tangible step is to take action that's based on inspiration versus fear. Often people are like pushing themselves up against a corner so that they'll then take action, or they're procrastinating until it's time for them to start to do something. To the best of your capacity, while you're letting yourself be in stillness, or while you're letting yourself meditate, or just be connecting as the starting point, allow yourself to only do what feels like it's inspired and like it's based on love, not fear. That even if it feels uncomfortable, allowing yourself only to do what aligns with your deepest desires, and take that step even if you feel that there might be other people judging you or things like that, even if it feels a little uncomfortable because it's new, because it's so inwardly oriented. When you take steps that are in alignment with love, then doors opened in unexpected ways, and you become more spontaneously drawn towards things that are fortuitous. And all these things that happen are moving you closer and closer to your dream life. But without you trying or working hard to get there, miracles happen and miracles pave your way. That's because only love is real and nothing real can be threatened. And herein lies the peace of the divine. Herein lies your true path to peace and joy and fun and wholeness every day, all day. So align with your true self, spend some time in stillness, act uninspired thinking or being, and let yourself notice that if it's fearful, that do the opposite, and even do the opposite of what the ego says to do. It's not formidable. It's like a little puppy. You're not going to follow a puppy around and do what a puppy tells you to do all day. And that's what the ego, that voice of separation is. It tells you to do things that feel as though, okay, this is the way everyone does it, or this is the way you need to do it, or you should do it. And if it feels like it's fear-based in orientation, not for you. Now you're choosing to be deliberate in your actions. And once you are aligned in three ways, your thoughts, your words, and your actions are aligned, now you're living your best life. It's more of a vertically oriented life. It's self-referring with a capital S. It's divinely oriented. And now you can live in heaven on earth all day, every day.